let's talk about haters. I got a couple haters now, which is pretty cool. I guess that means I'm getting somewhere with this. Now, I'm not too excited about it, obviously, because why would anyone want to have haters? But this is a good opportunity to talk about them and to talk about some other stuff that I'm interested in, like Stoicism, which I will write down so I don't forget. Stoicism. Do your research. Look up Stoicism. Try it out for yourself. Stoicism. Yeah. And before I really get into it, I just want to say I'm doing 1,000 push-ups here, right? Not in a row. The beginning of the video said, 26 sets of 10 on the first day. 26 times 10 means 26 sets of 10, which means I'm doing 26 sets of 10. I feel like there's no other way to say it, to be honest. And I don't know how people keep getting this mixed up. Like, I feel like I've been very transparent about it, but clearly there's a misunderstanding. And as a result, I am receiving some hate, which I'll just jump right into. I got this comment saying, you're not doing 300 push-ups at a time, not with those arms. So right away, just throwing shade. Everyone watching, notice he jump cuts every 10 reps. Yes, that's what 26 sets of 10 means. I'm editing it so that I'm only doing 10 reps at a time. I don't want you watching half an hour of me getting up and down. And the majority of the video, he simply has sections that look like they're on repeat. His motions are identical for each first through 10th rep. See, this is interesting to me because when I first read this, I was kind of bothered. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized what incredible praise this guy's giving me. Like, this is actually maybe the highest comment I've received. Actually, this might be the greatest compliment I've received when it comes to push-ups and fitness. And I think it's just funny that like that this could happen. Like, he's clearly trying to like hurt my feelings or throw shade or, make me feel bad, make me look dumb. He's insulting me multiple times. Okay, let me say this also. Don't return fire. Don't go after this guy. Don't be mean to this guy, because that's not going to solve anything. That's not going to help. Clearly, this is a person with something that's not going right in their life, and it's not going to help anybody to return the negativity, right? I mean, yeah, he could use some righteous judgment, definitely, so he learns his lesson, which I hope he receives. I hope he learns his lesson. I hope he can repent. But at the same time, like, don't be like this guy. Don't do this. Just going back to what I think is a compliment, imagine you do something, right? You're doing a ton of it. You're doing it all the time. And someone tells you it looks like you're doing it the same every single time. Every time it looks the same to me. That's exactly what I want with push-ups. I don't want any rep looking any different. Just think about it for like half a second. Why would I want any of my push-ups to look any different from each other? I want every rep to look identical. That's the goal. The goal is literally get every rep to be as efficient as possible. Get it as clean as possible. You want every rep the same. And when I look at the videos, I know, okay, this rep, I didn't touch the floor all the way at the bottom. This rep, I didn't lock my elbows out at the top, or I didn't do the hollow body at the top. These are things I'm trying to do with my form, right? I'm trying to get every rep looking identical. He says, like, his feet slide back exactly the same every time, which I guess that's a habit of mine, that my feet are sliding back. And, like, it's just weird. It's just weird. I'm getting a lot of hate. I got this other guy saying I look small, and then the first guy underneath that says that's because he's not actually doing all these push-ups he's doing 10 and then putting it on repeat 30 times. And I'm guessing the first guy liked it because it's got 2 likes. But look, scroll through the video. I'm telling you to do this right now. It's 5 minutes in the video. Scroll through it yourself. Scroll through it really quick and notice every single set I'm teleporting. I'm literally on the floor in a different place. My hands are in a different position every single set. Every single set, my hands, my fingers, they're in a slightly different position because guess what? Every time I get on the floor, I'm not a robot. I can't put my hands down in the exact same spot. And what I will say is I'm actually getting quite close because I have like this carpet and I kind of have limited space. This spot is the only space in my room where I can really do these push-ups. And so it is getting closer. I'll admit that. It is getting closer. But for me, that's a good thing. The more I could look at my reps and see like these look exactly the same, the happier I am, right? So this is just an incredible comment from this guy saying like, this guy looks like he's doing the same thing 30 times. Like, yeah, that's what I'm freaking trying to do. I mean, clearly it's not. I've never showed it in the video. I'm telling you to do this right now. Don't just believe me. Don't just believe what this guy says. Actually scroll through the video and look and see my hands are in a different position every single set. And I'm even changing clothes, right? I'm literally changing clothes. They're different days. I'm writing out everything I'm doing, right? I'm writing like when I do here 31 sets of 10 on December 21st. I wrote that down. And it's just silly to me because this isn't even the first time this has happened. This is like multiple times. And honestly, I don't need to make these videos. I think I'm not going to make too many talking about this anymore because personally, I'm getting tired of it. And responding to hate is just not really fun because first off, reading these hate comments just like makes me feel bad, right? Nobody likes to read hate. Even going on someone else's channel, I don't like seeing hate, especially when it's unjustified, especially when someone is just being a hater. And most of the time that's the case. Of course, there are times when there are grifters and, people are scamming and yeah, those people should be called out. But there's also just haters. There's a lot of haters. There's a lot of people that just want to spit on you. They just want to look down on you and they want to bring you down to their level. And, fortunately for me, I've seen a lot of hate in my day and I've done a lot of hating myself and I'm sick of it. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to take part in it. So guess what? I'm not doing anything. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything about this. I was considering deleting the comments or like blocking this guy from my channel. You can make it so that someone can still leave comments, but no one can see them. But from their end, it looks like it's just normal, right? They're not like blocked or anything, but no one else can read their comments. They can't be toxic in your community. And, I was thinking about that, but so far, it just seems like this is a case of guy having a bad day, being ignorant, throwing some hate at me, which, is unfortunate for me, but I'm a grown man. I could put up with it. I'm stoic. I'm trying to be stoic about this, right? I've been practicing stoicism for a couple of years. And this is a great opportunity to show that off, to show that, I'm better than returning fire. I'm better than looking at this guy and trying to find ways I could judge him because I don't know this guy. I'm not making any judgments on him. This guy should read Matthew chapter 7 and, actually see what it means to judge someone because most people don't know. Most people don't know. They think I could just hate whatever I want and nothing will happen to me. I could do whatever I want. Nothing's going to happen. But the chapter starts, do not judge or you too will be judged. And it's true. And this guy's probably going to get some judgment, but please don't be mean to him. Don't return fire. Don't hate because it's not going to get you anywhere. The thing about people doing this kind of thing, and me, when I was even like hating, because I probably dropped some hate comments. I don't know. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I probably said some hateful things. I'd be surprised if I didn't. And I'll also say, I'm sorry. I was probably being dumb and ignorant, and maybe I shouldn't have said those things, but it's too late to take them back now. The only thing I could really do is apologize for them. And, you know, I don't want this guy to have a bad day. I don't hate this guy. I don't really feel anything towards this guy. I feel kind of bad for him because, like, why would anyone want to live like this? Really, why would anyone want to live throwing hate at other people? It's a question I have, but, I don't think he does. I think he got sucked into this, and I think probably his life is not where he wants it to be. And a lot of people come back to the light. A lot of people, they realize, I've been an awful person. I've been doing some real nasty stuff, and, that wasn't who I represent. And I'd like to think that this person doesn't represent this hateful attitude. Unfortunately, that's what he's showing, but he's not the only one. There's the other guy saying I look small, some guy saying that I should throw some weights on my back or something. Maybe that's in response to, these guys saying I look small, I got little arms. And also, Cope, this is going to be Cope, but I got 15.5-inch arms. I'm totally fine with that. I don't mind the size of my arms. In fact, I'm quite happy with them considering, a couple of years ago, like when I was in college, I remember I had like 12-inch arms, which is tiny compared to what I got now. And when you look it up, I think the average male arm size is like 13.5 inches or something, which puts me like 2 inches above average for arm size, or biceps at least, which I'm happy with. I got nothing to complain about. I got nothing to say, because what can I really say? I'm doing my push-ups. I'm feeling good. I'm adding up these days. I'm being honest about this, right? My goal is to do 200 push-ups a day. I've been doing a little bit more, but my goal is to do 200 push-ups a day. And that's what I've been doing. So when this guy says throw some weights on your body's probably too used to push-ups and not giving you gains. I don't know where this guy's coming from. Like, maybe he thinks that if you do more than 10,000 push-ups, your body is suddenly like, nope, you got to do something else. You got to do a new variation to unlock your next skill or something. That's not the case. You could just keep doing the same thing. As long as you're consistent about it, you're going to grow. This whole journey, doing 50,000 push-ups, I have never seen a plateau. The only time I've seen anything slightly resembling a plateau is when I stop working out. If I stop doing the push-ups, it's going to feel like I'm at a plateau because I'm not going to be making any gains. But so far, as far as I've been doing, these 50,000 push-ups, at no point did I feel like I was doing worse than I was a month ago. No point. At no point in my fitness journey did I ever feel truly stuck, because the only times that I really came across that feeling were when I just wasn't putting in the work. And the thing about haters is they love to talk, they hate to work. And, they seem to hate when other people work too, because you're showing them up. And it's just unfortunate to be living like that, to see someone else living like that, because, I can imagine it's not too fun being these guys. And, people love to talk, but what I'm doing is not really compatible with what these people are saying. This guy says put some weight on, right? If my goal is to do as many push-ups as possible, why under any reason would I put any weight on? Come on. Like, logically for me, that makes no sense. I have not complained about lacking strength. I've not complained about anything. Definitely not complained about making no gains, because I've been making consistent gains. And it just makes no sense to me. Why would I want to slow down the progress of this challenge? That's just kind of silly. But, people are all in their own heads, and maybe they're just not even listening to the videos. That's what it feels like reading these comments, is like, this person probably wasn't paying attention to this video. They might have watched a little bit of it, and then they had an idea, and then they commented it. But they didn't really get what I'm up to. And that's a shame, because I think I'm doing something pretty cool here. And I think other people are also doing some pretty cool stuff, doing this kind of challenge. I think it's really awesome seeing other people challenging themselves with the push-ups, doing as many reps as possible, and not doing anything to slow themselves down, not getting in their own way, continuously progressing, continuously pushing forward. I think that's awesome. And so I'm not really going to respond to these comments. I got another one saying that my form is incorrect, and I'm not supposed to stick my butt up doing push-ups, and my back and my legs should be aligned, which, to a certain degree, yeah, maybe my butt is going up a little bit. I don't think it's going like above parallel, or at least not much. I think the camera angle, because it's, if you learned anything about perspective, if you took an art class, because the camera's closer to my butt than it is to my head, the angle of perception is going to be a little weird. The perspective is going to be a little weird. I think that is playing a part in creating a sort of optical illusion where it seems like my butt is going up more than my head or my back, but I really don't think it's a big deal. I don't really see it myself doing these push-ups, and the push-ups feel right. They feel good. So I'm definitely not changing anything based off this comment. Yeah, people just love to talk. They love to talk. They'll say whatever that is on their mind. And sometimes it's hateful. Sometimes it's beautiful and motivating and inspiring. And I love getting those comments. But for some reason or another, the last couple days, I've just been getting these weird ones. And one of the reasons that it took so long to get this video out is because I just didn't know what to say. I wanted to respond to these things, but at the same time, I don't want to respond with hate. And I could be mean to these guys. I could be just like everyone else. I could throw insults and comment on them and say, you're this, you're that, you're doing this wrong, you're not doing push-ups, you're just talking. I could do whatever. I could do the same thing, right? I could be hateful too. But why would I want to do that? Why? Because I can't think of a single reason. When I ask that question, my head is empty. Literally, I got no thoughts coming up for why I should just be hateful to random people online, right? I got nothing. I got zero. And, maybe they're trying to be helpful. Maybe this is their way to be helpful, but that's not a very good way to do it, unfortunately. And whatever they've been saying, if they were trying to get some point across, I don't think that they did very well. So there's that. Yeah, I think that's enough talking about other people, just because there's nothing inspiring. There's nothing good I want to share with what these people have said. And, I did get some nice comments. I have been getting those too, but just not too many lately. Lately, it's been these weird ones, which is totally fine. I'm all right with it. It's just part of the game. And it also shows me that I'm doing something right. Because you don't get hate if you're not doing something right. I think that's true. You don't get hate unless you're doing something right. Now, you might not be doing the whole thing right, and I'd never say I'm doing the whole thing right. And I'm definitely not doing these push-ups 100% right. I'll admit there's probably some things I could improve on. But for where I'm at and what my goals are, I'm happy with this. I'm very satisfied, actually, with how I've been doing this. And my life is totally fine. I'm happy with how my life's going. My clients are doing very well. In fact, a couple of my clients just hit really nice milestones in their own journeys, and they're hitting some really cool goals. Click that link below, by the way, to work one-on-one with me and achieve the fitness goals of your life. Achieve the physique of your dreams. I could help you do all that stuff. I've got over 10 years of experience in the gym. I've got over 8 years of tracking my own progress online, and I got a lot of time spent in this field, so this stuff's nothing new to me. I mean, I've been reading hate comments on other people's pages for about almost all my life, since I was 10 years old. Since I was 10 years old, going on YouTube and reading this stuff, seeing people just throwing shade, people making jokes, people making fun, and also, people saying great, inspiring, useful, helpful things. And you have to take everything with a grain of salt. you have to be very cautious and careful with this kind of stuff, because imagine if I took it seriously. If I was like, oh, these guys think this. How could they think this about me? How? They're ruining my reputation out here. What if I was responding like that, right? Like, that's just gonna make me nervous and anxious and stress me out. And to be completely honest, it has been stressing me a little bit, just because, hate is not comfortable for anybody. No one likes to feel that. And I think one of the reasons why these guys are posting this stuff is because they've got some hate in their heart and they're trying to get it out and they're not working through it. And it's too bad. I've been in a similar position. I've probably left some hate comments myself. I've been on this site for a long time. And so I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to judge them. Matthew chapter 7, do not judge or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. I don't want to judge them because I know, they're going through some stuff, and I don't know exactly what they're going through. And I'm going through some stuff too. My life is not all sunshine and rainbows either. I got stuff to work through. I got debt. I got to pay my bills. I got stuff to do too. I got to wipe my butt after I use the toilet every morning as well. And these guys are doing their own thing. And I wish they would do something a little different, to be honest. I wish they would do a little more action, maybe post their own videos. If you're going to judge someone else, maybe you're right. Maybe your judgment is true. Yeah, you don't hear that too often. Maybe your judgment is actually true. But how will people know if it's true if all you're doing is speaking about it? The best way to lead is by example. If you set a great example, your followers will be even greater. They will surpass you because you have left such an incredible example for them to follow. The only thing they could do is get better. And eventually improve on your own design. And that's beautiful. And the example these people are setting is, not maybe ideal. That's not an example I'd like other people to follow in. So, I have been going back and forth and questioning myself, like, should I delete these comments? Should I not? Right now I'm thinking as long as, it's a one-time thing and people aren't being like super arrogant, coming back, leaving hate, I'm going to leave them up. If I start seeing some repeat offenders, you're disappeared. But until then, whatever. I don't mind. I could take it. I'm a grown man. In fact, I've received much more hateful things said to me than this. And I've received much more hateful things said to me than this. So this is just another walk in the park. This is just another day. In fact, I just got back from a walk in the park with my family. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. I don't know if I said that. This is a long video already, but it's a lot of push-ups. There's a lot I got to cover today. This is 5 whole days that I haven't been keeping up with you guys. So, I'm just enjoying life, training my clients, spending time with family, spending this winter with my family. We're all gathered up together, huddled up in the warmth. It's cold here in Chicago. It's not too cold. It's like just above freezing, but still cold enough. And, I'm in my garage, just came back from a walk, looking to start up the grill quite soon. In fact, right after I finish recording this, I'm probably just going to fire up the grill, cook up some steaks, and have a nice dinner. Have some chicken, grill some chicken thighs, all that great stuff. Have some protein, and just, spend some time in peace and quiet with my family, enjoying each other's presence. Maybe I'll see some friends. Hopefully, I get some comments on this video. I'm looking forward to that. I love when I get comments. I love when people leave nice messages. Even the weird stuff is like, okay, because, everyone brings their own flavor. Everyone brings their own spice to the mix. It's all good. It's all good. I don't hate these guys or anything. It's just kind of weird that, I don't even have to cover this stuff. But I feel like I'm obligated to, just because it is so outstanding what they're saying. Like, and especially when it's extremely false, when it's blatantly false and it's easily proven, I feel like I might as well just go over it. This is going to be a long video anyways. I might as well just talk about it. But all I'm doing here is 200 push-ups a day at minimum. I've been going at this for a month straight, going really strong. In fact, it might be even close to 5 weeks now. I've been doing like 250 push-ups a day, so going the extra step beyond my goal of 200 and just pushing it every single day, showing up. Unfortunately, I have not been training my legs, but my knee is still kind of messed up. If I got any long-term viewers in here right now, yeah, the knee is still kind of wonky. It's still not 100%, but not before the new year. After the new year, I'm looking to start up a new weightlifting program. I want to follow some of Runner Boy's advice, Runner Boy had a really cool program that he did last year that I have screenshot, and I want to make my own program based around his design with his dynamic 5x5s. I think Runner Boy's really smart when it comes to weightlifting. You guys should go subscribe to him as well, just because he's got some great videos. He's got some real smart stuff that he says. And, you know, he's gaining some really awesome strength really quick lately. I mean, he's pretty close to deadlifting 200 kilos, which is huge. Wow. 440 pounds off the floor. That's massive. I want to get back into deadlifting too. I mean, I haven't deadlifted in like at least a month. At least since I've started doing these push-ups, I put everything else on the sideline, on the waist side, and I've just really been focusing in on these push-ups. It's weird. It's so weird because I think 250 push-ups a day is actually not that hard, but the first set is so bad. Like, I feel like I'm a rusty robot, lacking the oil to move my joints. I just feel awful dropping down and doing that first set of push-ups. The second one feels a little less bad. The third set feels like starting to be acceptable. The fourth set's okay. And, you know, by the time I did 40, 50 push-ups, I'm feeling all right. I feel like I could do the 250 that I'm planning on, no problem. But everything else, I had to stop it for a little while. And that's okay. You know, sometimes we got to put things on the side. Sometimes we got to focus on other stuff. Yeah. I'm feeling good with the push-ups right now. I'm feeling really good. I'm slimming down as well. So because I'm losing some weight, I basically passed the peak bulk already. But I'm like 195 pounds right now. I was 205 at the peak of the bulk, maybe 207 or 208. But I think it's time to call it, and I want to spend the next like 3 months just slowly slimming down, maybe losing like 5 pounds a month, and eventually getting down to like 175 or 180 and just being super lean. I have a really exciting video planned for when I'm done with that cut. I want to make some really neat weight loss videos just to cover all that stuff. You know, show how I'm really doing this, show what my diet's like, cover all that. And before the end of the year, I got to cover my goals. So I got goals that I'm setting for 2025, and I have goals that I have to go over for 2024. So I had a goals video last year and the year before. You should check those out if you're interested in fitness and personal development, just because I think it could help anyone just to see, you know, what other people are doing and drawing some parallels. Maybe my goals aren't exactly aligned with yours, but you could definitely see what I'm doing and maybe draw some parallels with it for yourself. I did 1,339 push-ups here. Adding that to my 51,635 brings me to 52,974 push-ups completed so far. Click that link below to work one-on-one with me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.